You don't belong here, little girl. This is war, not some charity runway. The words hit harder than the elbow that followed. A sharp, brutal blow from General Hawthorne cracked across Amelia's cheek, snapping her head to the side and dropping her clipboard into the dirt. The recruits froze. Formation shattered. You could hear the wind cut through the silence, feel the shame crawl across every face, but no one moved. No one stopped him. Amelia didn't fall. Blood trickled down her face, dirt clinging to the sweat on her temple. But her feet didn't budge. She stood at attention, eyes fixed ahead, as the general leaned in, eyes dark with fury. You're not a Marine. You're a headline in a uniform. A photo op for politics. And if it were up to me, you'd have been discharged the moment you stepped off the bus. She didn't respond. Not yet. Not while the platoon looked on, waiting to see what she'd do. General Hawthorne turned to them, sweeping his arm out like he was clearing trash from a table. This is what happens when you let emotions infiltrate the battlefield. She's not one of you. She's a threat to your survival. And I'm here to protect real soldiers. Private Kane's face stung. Her pride burned hotter. But she refused to wipe away the blood. She refused to give him that satisfaction. Her voice, when it finally came, was calm, cold, unshaken. Permission to speak, sir. He laughed, the kind of laugh that curdles in your stomach. You want to speak? Fine. Tell them all why you're really here. Tell them about the cameras, the press release, the senator uncle who pulled strings. Go on. Let them hear the truth from the fraud's own mouth. But she didn't talk about politics, or cameras, or headlines. She talked about nights sleeping in a pickup truck with her brother because their parents overdosed, and the state didn't care. She talked about watching YouTube videos to learn how to survive basic training because she couldn't afford prep school. She talked about holding her brother's hand at the hospital after he got jumped and promising she'd join the Marines to make sure other kids didn't grow up defenseless like they did. That's why she was here. Not to prove anything to him, but to prove to her brother that even the forgotten ones could wear the uniform with pride. Someone coughed. Someone else looked away. Hawthorne wasn't moved. He wasn't even listening. He stepped closer again. Save your sob story. You don't belong. You'll never belong. And no one here will ever follow you. That's when Private Daniels spoke up. Quiet, hesitant. Sir, she saved my life in the field. Sim, when my leg got crushed under that jeep, she carried me 2 miles on her back. Hawthorne's head snapped to him. Did I ask you to speak? Another voice cut in. She outscored every male in our group on combat endurance. And another. She broke a rib and still completed the 12-mile ruck march without falling out once. Now the air was shifting, voices overlapping, truth stacking like bricks around her. Soldiers who once doubted her were standing behind her because they'd seen what she was made of. Hawthorne's voice rose, desperate now. You're all soft, weak. You let sympathy cloud your discipline. But the spinning of chopper blades cut through his fury. Dust kicked up around the landing pad just beyond the field as a transport helicopter touched down. Out stepped Colonel James Reeves, his uniform pristine, his eyes sharp, locked onto the unfolding chaos. Reeves walked directly up to the front, his voice calm but commanding. What the hell's going on here? Everyone snapped to attention. Except Hawthorne. She was insubordinate. Hawthorne snapped. I was enforcing discipline. Reeves raised a brow. By striking a subordinate in front of witnesses, on a recorded base field. He held up a small device, the drone cam footage already uploading in real time. I've reviewed her record, Reeves continued. Highest scores in her unit, commended 3 times by instructors, volunteer hours. And she still reports early every morning to train others falling behind. This isn't discipline, General. This is ego. And you just disgraced the uniform. The recruits were still waiting. Hawthorne's face twisted. You're siding with her? I'm siding with the Marine who earned it, Reeves said. Effective immediately, you are relieved of your command. Pack your things. The silence was deafening. Amelia stood motionless as the man who tried to break her pride turned pale and silent, eyes darting in panic. No one came to defend him. Colonel Reeves turned to her. Private Kane. You're the highest performing soldier in this unit. Are you prepared to lead? She didn't blink. Yes, sir. Then, carry on. As Hawthorne was escorted away, shoulders slumped in humiliation, Amelia stepped forward. Dust still clung to her uniform. Blood still streaked her cheek. But when she turned to face the unit, it wasn't weakness they saw, it was command. Platoon, she barked, voice clear and steady. Fall in. They moved. Instantly. No questions, no hesitation. And as they marched across the field, she led them with the same determination she'd used to survive every trial life had thrown her way. Because she wasn't just proving herself anymore. She was proving what true leadership looked like. Never mistake silence for weakness or compassion for incompetence. Sometimes the strongest leader in the room is the one who bleeds but refuses to bow. You don't need to scream to command respect. You just have to earn it. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. You never know, the next one might just change your life.